This podcast for RADio568 was put together by the Self, Media, and Society class of the spring semester 2014. It's an online class. We called this Project 3. The other name we gave it was My College Life. We have three teams who put together three topics based on their experience in college at JJAY College in the CUNY system. The first report is about student procrastination, in which we get several insights into why students procrastinate from the horse's mouth, so to speak, and what each of the students does about this serious problem in getting through their college life. The second report is about the CUNY dorms system that some of the John Jay students are experiencing, the problems of a campus that stretches from 33rd Street to 58th Street, with a big city in between the dorm and the actual college. And our final podcast in this program will be about the problems of the transfer student in the CUNY system. Hope you enjoy the podcast from the DRA 131 Self, Media, and Society online class of spring 2014.
My name is Selena Williams, and I'm a senior at JJAY College. And my group and I, we decided to do our broadcast on time management and procrastination among college students. Now, I know many of you are big fans of procrastination, especially if you're in college, because I know I am. I'm saying that everybody procrastinates, but I know majority of the college students in any school are huge on procrastination. Now, I know for a fact that I'm very, very big on procrastination. I wait to the last minute to do everything, whether it's to write a paper, or it's a deadline at work, or even if I'm going to travel somewhere, I wait to the last minute to pack my bags to go. Sad, right? Yeah, I know. I remember a time when I had to write a paper. It was about 15 pages, and it was due. Now, mind you, I had the assignment at the beginning of the semester. And not only did I not wait to the last minute, but I waited 2 days, literally, before the paper was due. Now, as far as procrastination, I mean, yeah, I feel like I work hard under pressure, but also it's a headache. You gotta rush, you gotta think fast, you gotta make sure that everything is right, like the way you want it to be, in a little bit of time. So even though it's last minute, it's still kind of a stressful factor. Now, I was looking up, why people procrastinate and what makes people procrastinate. And I found this article on, the name of that website was OregonSuccess.com. And this article listed about 6 different reasons on why people procrastinate. Some of the reasons I agree with, some of the reasons I really don't agree with. For example, one of the reasons they said was because people procrastinate because they feel like they're gonna be a failure. Meaning as far as paper-wise, or if they have to read a book, they feel like they're going to be a failure to the project. I don't know about other people, but I know that's not one of my reasons why I wait to the last minute to do things. But I do agree with one of the reasons why, which was people procrastinate because they're uninterested in a topic or they're uninterested in an assignment. They get bored fast. So because of the lack of interest in the assignment, people wait to the last minute to do certain things. And I can relate to that 100%. Because plenty of times where I've wrote papers that I didn't have any interest in at all. Papers, or I had to read a book, or even I had to do a quiz online, and I had like 3 weeks to do the quiz, and I waited literally to the last day to do it. I was completely uninterested. And there were other times where I was interested in the paper, and I did the research 2 weeks in advance or even at the beginning of the semester until it was due. So that reason, I can really say that that could be a good reason why. Now, to, change as far as procrastination, I think that depends on the person, because it's plenty of times where I've told myself, you want to know what, Selena, you're not going to procrastinate this semester. You're going to do everything that you're supposed to do. You're going to make sure that you're ahead of all your assignments. And then I do good for like the first week or two. Then after the first week or two is done, I go back to my old ways. Back to procrastinating, back to having a lack of time management, and back to doing things at the last minute. Not a good thing, right? Yeah, I know.
First of all, my name is Johnny Rispeed, and I'm a John Jay student. I'm a senior, and I'll be graduating soon. My contribution to this project is my own experience. My experience with time management and procrastination is I am a poor time manager and a procrastinator, because I will be given an assignment in, like, say the class starts in January, and I'll get the assignment in February, and it'll be due probably towards the end of the semester, but I will literally wait till like a week or 2 weeks before I really focus on like the project that I have to do, or the term paper, whatever it is. I'll really wait till the last minute. I find myself working good under pressure. For some reason, I feel as if I work better under pressure. But as I was looking at this article in Psychology Today, they say that in Psychology Today, an article that was published on August 23, 2003, it says that people that say that they work good under pressure often don't work good under pressure. It's just an excuse to put it off. It says that they're protecting their sense of self. That's what it says. But I genuinely do work good under pressure. It's like, because I find like when I have a lot of time to do something, like I'll literally look for other things to do. I mean, I gotta admit, when I'm working on a project or a term paper, whatever it is, and I have a week or two left to do it, and I'm at my computer, I will literally go to a whole bunch of websites. I'll go to check my email, or I'll go to a site where I can watch TV shows or clips or stuff like that. And it's not until like the last minute that I start to work. Like I feel the pressure of having to do it. I feel the pressure, and the pressure pushes me to do it. And it says something interesting in Psychology Today. It says that so a lot of times it's like a thrill. Like we wait till the last minute to like get that euphoric rush, which really relates to me. I mean, I've read like a lot of these. It says the title of the article is Procrastination: 10 Things to Know, and I relate very well to number 8. The others I really can't really relate to, but I relate well to number 8, where it says there are more than one flavor of procrastination. People procrastinate for different reasons. One of them is arousal type, or thrill seekers who wait till the last minute for a euphoric rush. That one really kind of like sums me up in a way, but I can't really relate to the other 10 things to know about procrastination. I guess my other teammates will probably have some tips on how to deal with procrastination, but for me, I'm just sharing some personal info about how I procrastinate. I mean, I'm a typical college student. You know, a lot of us procrastinate, no question about it. A lot of us procrastinate. I'm not alone in procrastinating, but I may have different reasons for procrastinating, but I definitely procrastinate. And like I'm just now really getting a hold on time management. Like I have like a scheduler, like one of those books that you write appointments in, and I never really tend to write my appointments in that book. And these days we have iPhones and all these smartphones where you can literally manage your time well by using the different apps that they have to manage your time. Sometimes it's an app that doesn't really say time management, but it's kind of like a time management app. It's not specifically for time management, but it helps in time management is what I'm trying to say. So basically, I'm a procrastinator, and I don't want to be a procrastinator because I would love to just do the work in the beginning of the semester, so I have the whole semester free, so I don't have to worry about doing it anymore. Like, I get it out of the way. That's one of the things I would want to do when it comes to when it comes to eliminating procrastination. One of the big reasons why I would want to eliminate procrastination for myself. Well, my name is Johnny Raspeed, and this is my contribution to time management for Team 2.
Hello, this is Dominique Francis, and I'm here to share my experience with time management and procrastination. My project, my team project is doing time management, and I can say that since I was about as young as maybe 6, I haven't had very good time management skills. I can tell you I can honestly say I was late almost every day going to school. I don't know why. Maybe I wasn't motivated to go. I didn't want to. I'm not really a morning riser, so most people are morning people. I was not a morning person. And even when I did work in the morning, I was still not a morning person. I did not like moving in the morning, so that kind of limit my time management skills to afternoon or evening tasks and situations. I can share that from Psychology Today, and it speaks about why do you procrastinate, and it shares that some people procrastinate because of anxiety, stress, and they feel trapped in the vortex of these tasks. And they have this perception that people who do procrastinate tend to be disorganized, lazy, or worse. But they also say that procrastinators are smart, capable, hardworking people. I'm not saying that most people who are lazy are smart, and not all smart people are lazy. But it's more about motivation. Why do people procrastinate? Everybody procrastinates, but some people do it more than others. Some people are more focused, and some people not so much. I can say that I'm not very focused at the task when it's assigned to me. I can honestly say that. I'm sure many people have witnessed it. But I don't know why I do it. I just feel like I have enough time, maybe. Sometimes it's more of a motivation. I feel like I can do 1,001 things rather than the one on the list of highest priority. I don't know why, but most of the time, things on high priority are just, I feel like, are obligated tasks, which means it can wait, and I keep pushing it back. And every time I push it back, that gives me shorter and shorter time. Don't ever do that. I tell you, by the time the due date comes, it's past the due date. It's not that I'm motivated, things don't click to me until last minute. I may seem lazy because some of the tasks that are told, or some of the tasks that I've witnessed have been tasks that I don't want to do, and some people are more motivated to do it now than later. And those people are more disciplined. I can say I am not that disciplined in managing time. I do get stressed easily, so when I stress about it in the now, it's going to be stress throughout the whole process. I am somewhat disorganized, but I'm trying to fix that. I've been through projects, even when people give me tips on how to do time, how to be better at time managing, I have done it. For some reason, it doesn't stay with me. So it's not, the habit for me is procrastination and not discipline with time. That is my habit. I am a procrastinator. I'm a habitual procrastinator. But why do I procrastinate? I don't know sometimes. I just don't want to do it. Maybe that's why. Maybe I do want to do it. I just want to do it on my time. But I feel like sometimes with time management, there's something blocking it, like a mental block. Some people who are bad time managers are maybe people who are not highly motivated. They are either, there's a lot on their mind, and they are cognitively different. I really can't find it, but most people are more perfectionists. Who are seen as perfectionists are great time managers. But perfectionists also have a stress. And I know I'm not perfect. And people say I should strive to be perfect. And you should. You should always strive to be perfect to have the best time management. But I'm just not good with time. And I wish I could be better. But I also wish that a lot of things that did happen didn't have a morning date or didn't happen on a Wednesday or anything else. But I can wish a lot of things, but just as long as the task is done, it will be done. And whether it's for a check or for a grade or for an award or just for pleasing yourself, it has to get done. And time management comes for how bad do you want this outcome and the best outcome. That's what time management comes down with. How much time do you have to get the best quality in your work? And how well can you do it?
Okay. No, wait. It sounds like we're the end of the broadcast. We're really not, because we had one student that actually did procrastinate, and she got her audio tape in really late. So here is our last entry into procrastination.
Hi, my name is Chantal, and you have been listening to My College Life on RADio568.com. Today we have been discussing the topic of procrastination amongst college students. As my co-hosts have already pointed out, many of us are guilty of putting things off until the last moment. Sometimes procrastination is nothing more than a byproduct of poor time management. I'd like to share with you some time management tips for college students as published on the website timemanagementhelp.com. The first thing you need to do is know your priorities. What is the most important thing to do, and what can be put off to a later date? Next, schedule everything. Now, when I say this, you may think it's easier to plug everything into your smartphone, but try getting archaic and pull out a good old-fashioned paper calendar. Sometimes when you write things down and you see the visual laid out in front of you, it makes it easier to figure out what you need to do, how you need to do it, and how much time you need to do it. Also, if you do the tough stuff first, everything else is a breeze. Next, if you break down your large assignments into smaller parts, it makes it easier to fit them into your schedule. For example, if you have a 15-page paper, do it piece by piece. Rome wasn't built in a day, and that paper cannot be built in a day. Don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes you have to compromise. Sometimes there's just not enough time to get everything that you need done. Take a breath, figure things out. Remember, just as you have to schedule your work into your schedule, you also have to allow yourself some leisure time. You know the expression, All work and no play. You know the rest. Hopefully, these little tips will help you out. I know I'll be using them. As a self-proclaimed master procrastinator, I need to use them.
Dorming at JJAY College. Establishing community is essential to success and growth. College is an extraordinary time for one to establish community to explore one's potential and highest possibility. One's community can serve as one's greatest support team. Residential life at college enhances one's sense of community during college years, and many argue that it is imperative for one to take up the opportunity to dorm if presented. Dorming allows students to create friends and build relationships of value to last a lifetime that would otherwise be difficult to establish and create due to personal responsibility and circumstances presented by life to young adults. Living with your peers creates a space and sets the context around the importance to build relationship and community. The convenience presented to those living in the dorm is remarkable. Residential students living on campus are close to classes, professors, libraries, and peers. This provides an increased level of convenience, which empowers students to spend more time on their studies and social growth, rather than traveling and distractions from other responsibilities. CUNY students have long faced the unfortunate lack of opportunity regarding dorming and residential life. CUNY students are faced with becoming commuter students, which limits one's access to community, new relationships, and educational convenience. Students are faced with living on their own or with family and friends. Students living off campus face additional responsibilities which has them enrolled into getting a job, adding to their already challenging workload presented by school itself. Commuter students are presented with increased distraction from friends and family not enrolled in school. Fortunately, JJAY College students are now being offered residential life opportunities. JJAY College has created a residence with dormitory space at the New Yorker Hotel for interested students. Students interested may qualify for financial assistance and/or payment plans. JJAY aims to create and maintain a space that will have students feel as if they were residing in a home away from home. The dorms have been created to provide a caring and comfortable environment. Students choosing to dorm will receive a room at the hotel on residential floors for JJAY students only. JJAY students will share rooms with peers of the same sex. The residence will include a plethora of amenities such as study desk, chairs, chests, closets, wardrobes, Wi-Fi, cable, and much more. Dorms are not on campus, but are relatively close. One can get to campus from the residence within 15 minutes via subway. The New Yorker is conveniently located on West 34th Street, by Penn Station, Times Square, and other iconic New York sites. Students residing at the residence will have increased student support service opportunities, as someone from the college will always be around. Students will also establish a sense of belonging, contributing to personal development. Room rates range from approximately $7,000 to $10,000 per semester. Students interested in residential life can visit JJAY's website at www.jj.cuny.edu. Raul Sanchez, JJAY College.
Going off to college is a huge event in any person's life. It means a lot of different things, and pretty much all of those things are extremely important. For one thing, it means continuing your education at a more intense and more serious level. It also means taking a major step from being a child dependent on his or her parents to being a self-sufficient adult in the real world. In a large and broader sense, to most high schoolers, it just means one thing: freedom. Living in a dorm is a social experience like no other social experience you will have. When you live in a dorm your freshman year of college, you will meet people you would otherwise have never met, and you will spend time with people in a way that would be very difficult in other circumstances. Very often you will make friends that you may have for the rest of your life, which is just not really possible in any other situation. People who opt out not to stay in dormitory when they go to college are missing out on a huge opportunity. Living in a dorm means being a part of a whole group of friends in a way that is unlike anything you have seen before. To say nothing of the convenience of being able to stay right on campus, near professors, classes, and other university resources, choosing to live in a dorm can mean a social experience that you will not get anywhere else. This is Benny Quiles, and this is why dorms are important.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Burrow from Self-Media Society at JJAY College. One of the toughest decisions a student has when choosing a college or university of their interest is whether to dorm at campus or live at home and commute to campus. When making a decision, a student should look at the advantages and disadvantages that come from either side. I conducted a survey among 20 college students to gain a visual of their perspectives about the factors that play a part of making the decision whether to dorm or commute to campus. The overall responses to the reason why students prefer to stay at home and commute revolves on the idea of saving money for food and expenses, keeping school life and personal life separate, and staying close to their loved ones. On the other hand, students say they prefer to dorm at campus because it has easier transportation. It is a next step to independency and freedom. It is an opportunity to meet new people who might initiate a difference in their future, and overall they want to enjoy the whole college experience. There are certain aspects that affect the decision of a college student. According to the survey, 80% of the students agreed the cost of living is less expensive when commuting to campus. This may be in part since many students remain at home with their parents and therefore have less bills to pay. According to the John Jay website, dorming for a whole academic year may cost up to $20,000 for just one single occupancy. In regards to socialization, 100% of the students agreed that dorming provides a better socialization among their peers. Dorming gives a college student the opportunity to be part of a community of fellow students and interact with one another on a daily basis. This is a factor that is currently missing in students who commute to campus and are only interacting with their peers in classrooms. In regards to food and environment, 80% of the students stated that commuting to campus provides a safer environment and better access to meals. Dorming can be a new experience for many to handle, while staying at home provides a sense of security and having better meals at little to no cost. When asked about the time management and grades, 70% of the students said they are able to manage their work and time wisely when dorming, and 60% agreed that students will achieve better grades as well when dorming. Having the influence of other peers with positive attitude to learn and creating study groups may benefit a student as opposed to studying alone at home. 80% of the students stated dorming provides a better transportation since most residential housings are just minutes away from campus, whether by foot or subway. In most cases, it takes commuters about an hour or more to arrive at campus, and considerably more if there are delays or inclement weather. In regards to privacy, 100% of the students believe staying at home provides more privacy of personal belongings. Dorming might be affected in this category, being that a student might share a room with one or two peers whom they never met. Whether you choose to live off campus and commute or dorm at campus, there will always be some advantages and disadvantages on either side depending on the student's perspective. Dorming can be a wonderful experience, while commuting can help you save money and stay close to your loved ones. Just remember, choose wisely according to your needs and desires, and make the best out of your college experience.
Good afternoon, I'm Jasmine Benoit. As my peers before me have stated, dorming at John Jay has its pros and cons, much of which what Henry had found out in her surveys were expressed to me during my interviews with John Jay students. I interviewed many on the dorming possibilities and possible change in the social dynamic of a commuter school. Because of our time limit, out of 10 students, I chose 3 to share today. All 3 are in different grades and have different yet similar perspectives. One is a freshman, a sophomore, and a senior. Here are the voices of John Jay.
As a John Jay student, would you be interested in dorming with John Jay? Yes, because it's hard for you to be lazy. You have all your classes on campus, and you can't have excuses as why you didn't come to class because of the train or the bus. Do you think that dorms would change the social dynamics in a commuter school like John Jay? Yes, because you see these people every day on your dorm floors, and you can have little parties, you get to know each other, you get to talk, and then you be with the same person in the same class. So outside of school, you guys get to know each other. As a John Jay student, would you be interested in dorming with John Jay?
Yes. Since I live far away, certain days it's hard to get to where I have to be in the class. So if I lived on dorm, it would be easier to get to that class knowing that I don't have to worry about trains, buses. I just go right there.
Do you think that having dorms would change the social dynamics in a commuter school such as John Jay?
I think yes, because if, for example, for a semester, you see that one person for that semester only, and you won't see them outside of school. For example, I live in Brooklyn, and if I were to have a friend that lives in the Bronx, it would be hard for us to meet and hang out after school compared to if we lived on dorm. It would be easier for us to see each other and make that friendship longer than just one semester or that 1 hour of that class.
As you were telling me previously that you are a senior at John Jay, would you have liked to dorm at John Jay?
Oh, of course. The freedom of being on my own and not having to abide by every rule at home, and also the flexibility of being closer to campus would have been great. But living at home allowed me to maintain the continuity of family, and I saved a lot of money by not having to be on my own, and I was able to save up the room expenses and the living expenses.
Do you think that dorming changes the social dynamics of a commuter school such as John Jay?
Yes, because when you dorm, basically your roomies become your family, and your bonds are stronger with your classmates because you spend more time with them.
I hope you enjoyed our segment and are left more informed.
Our topic of today's show will dive into the life of a transfer student. Here at John Jay, there are many transfer students coming from all over. These students choose John Jay for its reputable education. All transfer students are typically eager to start their first semester. Unfortunately for these students, there might be a few minor setbacks. Keep listening to hear of these and take our advice into consideration, as some of us have already experienced these ourselves. Sometimes, when transferring to a new school, there are difficulties with adjusting. For some, there are issues getting adjusted academically, and for some, socially. Some individuals go into new schools knowing people and having friends, but unfortunately, this is not the case for all. I feel that it's very important to have a great college experience, and I believe to have this, you need to have a few friends along the way. This could be hard for some as they are shy or just do not know how to go about making new conversations. Here at John Jay, there are many opportunities to meet new people. You can join one of the many clubs or participate on an athletic team. This is a fun and easy way to make friends. If you do not have that much time in your day to do an after-curricular activity, you can always grab lunch in the cafeteria. There's plenty of people in there always. This provides many opportunities to start a conversation. Try not to shy away from these opportunities. You want school to be a second home, not somewhere you just go for an hour a day.
Technology, and I had 60 credits. When I transferred into John Jay, only 15 credits were transferred. That made that I had to start off like a freshman. The next important aspect is that my financial aid was all screwed up within my first year of being transferred into John Jay, and I had to repeat classes. Financial aid was reluctant to cover these classes that I had already taken at City Tech, so I had to literally pay for classes out of my pocket.
Today we'll be talking about issues that a transfer student can face. Transferring to a new school can be scary, and sometimes it can be easy or just take some time getting used to. When transferring to a new school, students can face issues with their credits. Their new school might not accept their old credits, and they will have to retake new classes, which means that they will have to spend a little bit longer in school. Before transferring to a new college, you should definitely check with your academic advisor, because it will help you to find which program is suited for you and help you with your credits to make sure if you're transferring to a new school, you won't lose any of your credits. College students transfer to get their grades up by starting at a lower college so they can build their GPA up and transfer to a better college that's more suited to their needs. A social aspect for transferring is many activities given out freshman year help the freshmen to bond with other peers and get accustomed to a new lifestyle that they will be facing in the upcoming years. For someone transferring after their freshman year, it may be a little bit harder to blend in because things have already been in motion. Another issue could be the financial aspect. It could cost more money to transfer because you have to pay for more tuition, for more classes, or the program that you're trying to get into costs a little bit more. Although these are some of the common issues that a transfer student can face, there are positive sides. By transferring to a new college, you're going to a college that is of your choice. They may have a program that you really want to be in, or you just want to get out of the city and just want to have a different lifestyle. Transferring to a new college can expand your knowledge for new skills and ideas. You'll meet different people, see different things, and have a different life. Transferring is another way to find out what you like best and what fits you. Thank you.
It takes a full-time student 3 years, 8 months to complete a 2-year associate degree. It takes a bachelor student who is full-time 4 years, 7 months to complete their degree. And this is all because of the complications they go through when transferring from one school to another.
Okay, the next main topic we're going to talk about is the implementation of CUNY First. Now, CUNY First is similar to eSIMS, but it is an easier system where students can log in and register for their classes, and the course description outline is there, so they wouldn't have any problems. Register for classes, understand what classes they have to take and why. The next main point under the CUNY First system is Pathways. Now, Pathways was created and it was approved by the New York Board of Trustees in June 2011, and it was effective in September 2013. Now, Pathways was created because of transfer students' difficulty to transfer credits from one CUNY school to the next. So now on the Pathways, transfer students are guaranteed that their general ed classes, that's the elective classes, will transfer smoothly between CUNY College. Now, beforehand, this was not guaranteed that once you leave one CUNY school that the credits will transfer with you. So majority of the time, transfer students take a longer time to finish their degree, and they also had to pay out of pocket to finish their education because some of the classes was not covered under financial aid. So transfer students could now finish their education on time. Yoo-hoo, transfer students. And now they are at the same level as a freshman student.
Before transferring to a new school, a student should first be aware of the requirements and procedures to transfer to a new school. A student should also be in contact with the school she or he is transferring to and ask questions. Some of the questions students can ask is if that school has the major they want to pursue their studies in, the grade they need to earn in a course in order for the credit to transfer, what is the maximum amount of credits they need in order to transfer, what GPA is acceptable so that they can transfer. Also, an important question is if all credits are going to transfer to the school of their choice. One should be aware of this because it has brought a lot of problems to students who transfer to another school. These are some of the many questions students can ask to the counselor in order to have less problems in their first year at the new school.